Good. So we were there into WACC questions last time around. We had found the weighted average cost of capital of a company by using the market values. There was another part of the question pending to be done, right? I guess WACC using the market value was completed. May I have a confirmation from the students? Let me just check it from the working whether it was done or what. Yes, 13.2 percentage was found last time around. So WACC was done. Now, what is the requirement of the second part? Let's start reading that again. From compare the WACC, you may start reading. Compare the WACC of company with the industry weighted average by market cap, excluding Mirzapur Limited. There are few technical jargons. I am going to clarify that. Don't worry. And write your observations. The competitor companies from the same industry have got the following WACC. So their WACC is directly given to us and their market capitalization is given to us. In a layman's language, the market capitalization is nothing but the number of shares multiplied by their market prices. That is the market capitalization of the company. That tells that what is the magnitude of the company at which their shares are traded. Right? So the biggest market capitalization in India, I guess, is of Reliance Industries Limited and TCS. Both of them are in a competition. Both of them keeps on taking on each other. So for some days, RIL might be there at the first place, and for some days, TCS might be there, somewhere around 13 lakhs crores. 13 lakhs crores is the market cap of those companies. Anyway, let's move ahead. So we have got the market cap of this companies of the same industry. Wasepur Limited 5,000 crores, Dawn Limited 11,000 crores, Lokhandwala Limited 7,500 crores, and Once Upon a Time in Mumbai Limited 6,500 crores. What is the reason behind doing this analysis? First of all, sir, if we know what is the average of the industry as far as the cost of finance is concerned, then we'll be able to do some analysis that where we are lagging behind. If our cost is higher than the industry, and if our cost is lesser than the industry, at least there will be a realization that our finance department is working amazingly well when it comes to capital structure decision making. So performance evaluation can also be done based on this, that how company is doing in comparison with the entire market. That's why we are doing this. So part number 2 will be finding the average of industry. Okay, part 2. अब है ना, ये एक्सेल हैंग क्यों हो रहा है वो मालूम हो गया, because I have taken too many worksheets over here, and all those worksheets are carrying some notations and remarks and this writings and everything, you know, and whatever I'm writing with this pen, no, that is been stored as an image format, so that takes too much of memory. That's why these Excel files are getting hanged. So from the next lecture onward, I need to change the file as well. Okay. So industry average of cost of finance. First I'm writing the serial number, then I'm writing the company. Everyone will start writing it along with me. Some people will be like, हम तो नहीं लिखेंगे. तो बेटा नहीं लिखोगे तो तुम्हारा ही रिटेंशन कम होगा. अभी ऑनलाइन एग्जामिनेशंस हो सकते हैं, लेकिन जब इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाएंगे तो वहां पे तो फंडामेंटल अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना ही मांगता है. ठीक है. सो आई एम राइटिंग द WACC. और आलस आ रही है तो चलो चाय पी लो. And we will find the weights as well, and weights will obviously be found by using the market capitalization. So first I'm writing the market capitalization of those companies. Then I'll find the weight. Then I'll find the equivalent WACC. Now see, this is entire WACC of the companies. First we had found our own WACC, but now we want to find it for industry. So there are how many companies given to us in the industry? And it is also stated that we'll have to exclude Mirzapur in doing this calculation. So 4 are given to us. Let's write the serial number over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have got 4 companies. Wasepur, Dawn, Lokhandwala. Let me just write Wasepur Limited, Dawn Limited, Lokhandwala Limited, and the 4th one is Once Upon Time in Mumbai Limited. Their WCCs will be just copying from there and putting over here. So 10.2 11.50. Let me write it in decimal. Sorry. Let's not write it in percentage. Write it in decimal. So it can be written like 0.102, right? Second one was 11.50. So can be written like 0.115. Third one is 13.50 અને 15. Can be written like 0.135, and the last one can be 0.15. Now their market cap as well we'll be writing 5, 11, 7,500, 6,500. When you talk in your mother tongue, no, the retention increases by many folds. You'll have to put 6 times more efforts if you converse in a different language than your mother tongue. So the processing times increases by 6 times. So if I speak in my mother tongue, the processing time of framing the thoughts and framing the sentences and statements may get increased by 6 times if I speak in a different language. So that's why I do this Gujarati calculations, उसमें speed होती है. Okay. 11 ને 5 16, 16 ને 6 22, 500, 22, 500 ને 7 એટલે 30,000. So we have got 30,000 of total market cap of these companies belonging to the same industry. And based on their market cap, we'll find their weight, that how relative importance they carry in the entire market. And according to their relative importance, we'll find their WSCC. So 5,000 divided by 30,000. So what do we get? 5,000 divided by 30,000. May I have the answer from students, please? Please unmute yourself and let me know.
0.1666.
Point
1666.
66. So छेले वाला है ना, उसको 7 कर देते हैं. 11,000 divided by 30,000. So we get the market cap of
366.
point
3666.
2666.
Sir, 3.
2 नहीं 3 सर, कैसे मिस्टेक कर सकता है? 6,500 divided by 30.
0.2166.
2166. And 7,500 divided by 30.
0.25.
0.25. Good. So total of this will be 1. Now the only thing pending to be done, whatever we had done in the WSCC last time, the same logic will be followed. You have got the cost of finance of every company. Just multiply the cost of finance of every company with their weight. So you get their equivalent WSCC. And you add up all those equivalent WSCC, you get the industry average of these companies by taking the relative contribution in market cap, So let's multiply weight and WSEC, we get the equivalent. So we'll get the decimals up to 4 points. We'll take it up to 4 points after 0. Answer for the first one, please.
Point 0170.
0170. Good. Next one.
0.0421.
0.0421. Third one.
0.0292.
0292. Very good. And the last one.
0.0375.
0375. Good. So the only task pending to be done is just to add up WSEC. So we get the industry average of cost. So what is the
It's
industry?
12.59.
Okay, 12.59. So can also be written like 12.59%. Others may verify this. WSEC of industry. So that is the average of industry. So I can say that on an average basis, this is how the total cost of finance these companies are incurring, and against which how my company is doing. So if we compare our own WSEC with that, no, that is coming somewhere around 13.2%. So which one is doing better, industry or the company in terms of the cost? Obviously industry is doing better. No, lesser is good because it is a cost for a company. You will have to spend more. So industry average is lesser than company's WSEC. In other words, company is higher than the industry average, which is a sign of concern for me. I can tell to my finance departments that why our cost of finance are so expensive. I'm not telling मैं हवे में बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. It is based on the data and facts. We have seen the WSEC of the entire industry, and that came somewhere around 12.59. We should be at least near about that, if not lesser than that. तो मैं फाइनेंस वाले को बोल सकता हूँ कि what could be the potential reason behind it. So if I analyze my capital structure again, so I can see that there is no problem with preference dividend and debentures because they are carrying 12% and 5.4% of cost of finance, but there may be definitely a concern with the cost of equity, which is 17%. So other companies might be doing well over there in that. My cost of equity may be higher than the industry. So accordingly, some decisions and conclusions can be made, So this may be the observations written by you that our WSEC is more than industry average. Hence, there may be a sign of concern for a company to rectify their capital structure or to make some necessary modifications into it. Is it clear? A confirmation from the students. Shall I move to the second one now?
Yes, sir.
Good. Let me check the confirmation from the chat box. Received it from Mr. Vishal, Devanshi, Mr. Dhaval, Darshita, Urja. Good. Let's move ahead, guys. Question number 2 on WSEC, you may take a snap of it. This question is shared in one practical document I have sent for the practice of module 2. So you may see that from there too, or in case if you want to take a snap of it from here, you may take it from here as well. Fine. So that is one more question we are going to solve for WSEC. So that will be a curtain on the WSEC today. Well, let's start reading the question. XYZ Limited कैसा नाम रखा है XYZ, मतलब कि ये रौनक सर का सम नहीं है, वरना हमारा सम होता तो कैसे नाम आते हैं आपको मालूम है. Has the following book value capital structure. Equity capital in shares of 10 each, paid up at par 15 crores, 11% preference capital of 100 each, paid up at par. That means entire 100 rupees is taken. That's why they have written it at par. You know, at par means entire face value has been taken from the shareholders. That means nothing is pending from them. 1 crore. Then we have got retained earnings, reserves and surpluses companies have gathered through these years. 20 crores. 13.5% debentures, 15% term loans. The next expected dividend on equity share per share is 3.6. The dividend per share is expected to grow at the rate of 7%. The market price per share is 40 rupees. Preference stock, let's read this one now. Preference stock redeemable after 10 years is currently selling at 75 rupees. Debentures redeemable after 6 years are selling at 80 rupees per debenture. The income tax rate for the company is 40%. You are required to find the WSEC by using the book value proportions and market value proportions. So we have already done this market value proportions. So let's start with the B first. सेकंड वाले को पहले ले लेते हैं, फिर सेकंड वाले को बुरा लग जाता है कि मेरी बारी तो हर बार सेकंड ही होती है, उसका नाम ही सेकंड है तो हम क्या करें. Let's go to the part number 1. We'll take the market value first. WSEC by market value proportions. ऐसे ऊंग में कि कोई बोले तो हमें मालूम होना चाहिए कि कौन सा फॉर्मेट ड्रॉ करना है. The format starts with the serial number, then there is a source of finance, then there is a cost of finance, then there will be a market value because this is market value proportions. After a market value, there may be a weight based on market value, and then we'll have equivalent cost. This is what the format looks like. Just write the serial number of all the sources of finance we have. We have, sir, in total 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First one is equity capital. ज़्यादा इज्जत भाव देने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just write it as EC. Then you have got preference capital. I'm writing it as PC. वो प्रियंका चोपड़ा नहीं है, preference capital है. Some lattes like me would be like, oh, PC, Priyanka Chopra. No, retained earnings. I can write it like RE. Then we have debentures. I'm just writing it as debentures क्योंकि वो तो वैसे ही नाम छोटा है, इसको और कितना छोटा करोगे बेचारे को. And then we have term loans. Now, for each one of these sources, we are supposed to find the cost. So let's start with the working note number 1. Excel is again high on the ganja. Working note number 1 नहीं चल रहा है. Let me just check it again. Okay, started working. આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ ને કે કોઈ બી બીમારીનો રામબાણ ઈલાજ, થોડીક વાર સુઈ જાય તો સરખું થઈ જશે. એમ છે ને, કોઈ પણ ટેકનિકલ પ્રોબ્લેમનો રામબાણ ઈલાજ. You do some here and there, it starts working. There was one mobile phone with me. I used to throw it, तो वो शुरू हो जाता था. ऐसे थ्रो कर दो तो शुरू हो जाता है. देखो ऐसे इलाज निकालते हैं हम लोगों को. वर्किंग नोट नंबर 1. तो इसको बंद करके खोल करके फिर बंद किया ना तो शुरू हो गया पेन वापस. We have got the cost of equity. Again, the cost of equity can be found by using the dividend growth model. So formula as per the dividend yield model or growth model was D1 divided by P0 plus G. So equal to D1 is the expected dividend. So sir, what is the expected dividend? 3.6 given to us in the question. Market price is 40 and growth rate is 7%. So 3.6 divided by 40 plus I'm writing that growth rate in decimal 0.07. So equal to 3.6 divided by 40. What do we get there?
0.09.
Thank you so much. 0.09 plus 0.07. So we get 0.16. So KE is comfortably found. Working note number 2. Sir, earlier in the last question, there was no details given to us related to the redemption of the preference shares. So whatever the percentage of dividend we were paying, no, that was taken as the cost of preference shares. But in this case, we have got the market value, we have got the redemption number of years, 10 years. So that formula of KP that we had discussed can be used over here, right? Because we have got some redemption and maturity details too. देखते हैं फॉर्मूला में क्या क्या फाइंड कर सकते हैं, क्या क्या नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन पहले लिख तो डालो. KP equal to D plus MV minus SV divided by N. Remember that in the back of your mind. The whole is divided by the average of MVSV. The whole is divided by the average of MVSV. D stands for the dividend per share. So, sir, what is the dividend per share on the preference capital? So, per share value is 100, right? And 11% you pay on that 100. So, 11 rupee will be a per share dividend. और यहाँ पे ध्यान ये रखना है कि 1 माइनस टी नहीं करना है, नहीं करना है, नहीं करना है. एकता कपूर की सीरियल की तरह 3 बार बता रहा है. टू पुट द फोकस. धुनतना ऐसे सोचो, नहीं करना है. 1 माइनस टी नहीं करना है. 1 माइनस टी का ख्याल आता है तो आपके बाजू बाजू में ऐसे म्यूजिक बजना चाहिए, एकता कपूर की सीरियल की तरह. So 11 plus MV stands for the maturity value. So at the maturity, what will be the money paid? Now here in this case, my friend, no information is given that whether this will be redeemed at the premium or discount or at the par value. So we assume that whatever the par value is there, no, at which we are going to redeem this. So the par value of this preference capital is 100 rupee face value, at which they are recorded in the balance sheet. So if no information is given to you related to maturity, we assume that par value will be a maturity value, right? So let's take 100 as the maturity value minus SV. Now SV stands for the sell value. There was one formula format for the SV as well, flotation cost and premium and all. But sir, we do not have any idea about the flotation cost. We don't know whether this shares will be issued at premium or discount or so. So whatever the market price is there, no, may be taken as the sell value. Say if you want to issue these shares right now, how much money you will be fetching from a market? The market value. So if you want to further issue this preference stock, no, you will be able to get only a money which is already there for your existing shares in the market, 75. So 75 may be taken as your issue price. So market value will be taken as the sell value 75. And if you couldn't recall this, तो आपको यहाँ पे स्टार मार्क करना है. स्टार मार्क करके वहां पे बाजू में नोट लिखना है. That market value is taken as sell value. तुम डिबेंचर्स प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स को इश्यू करते हो तो तुम कितने से इश्यू कर पाओगे? जितना उसका मार्केट में भाव चलता है भैया. तो ये लॉजिक है इसके पीछे, और कुछ नहीं. divided by the number of years in maturity. So preference stock will be redeemed after 10 years given to us. Let's put n as 10. And in division, we'll have 100 plus 75 divided by 2. So these calculations I'm keeping up to you. You will just tell me a final answer. Let's see who gets the final answer. Dear fellas and fellies, bachas and
Sir,
bachis.
it's 15.43.
Others may verify this, please. Are we all getting the same answer? तो दूसरे किसी का भी आ जाए तो मेरे को ऐसे क्या है कि अंदर से ऐसे हाश हो जाए, हाश ऐसे टाइप. कोई है जिसका सेम आंसर आ रहा है? ऊर्जा ने किया है तो सही ही होगा. ओके, मोहित has also got the same answer, so it may be a right. Good. Now let's go to working note number 3 to find the KD. KD stands for the cost of debenture in this case. Retained earning का cost find करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Retained earning का cost will be same as equity. Okay. So debenture, maybe you have got this information about maturity and everything. You know, the same formula may be followed over here. I in bracket 1 minus tax rate, धूमता ना 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 धूमता ना 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 धूमता ना 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 1 minus tax rate नहीं बोलना है, नहीं बोलना है, नहीं बोलना है. Tax benefit is always there with this interest plus MV minus SV divided by N. Remember that in the back of your mind. The whole is divided by the average of MVSV. Sir, interest for debenture, how much? On debenture, you pay 13.5 rupees on 100 because 13.5% is the interest rate, right? तो मैं 13.5 रुपए दे सकता हूँ. And what is the tax rate? Tax rate is 40. So I'm writing over there 13.5 in bracket 1 minus 0.4 plus MV will be the par value because no information is given to you related to your maturity. तो par value debenture का 100 है, उसी पे हम mature करेंगे. And 80 rupees is the market price, selling at 80 rupees. So that may be taken as the issue price right now. So 100 minus 80. 100 minus 80 divided by N, I guess 6 years. Let me just cross verify that. Yes, after 6 years, they are going to get redeemed. And that whole to be divided by 100 plus 80 divided by 2. Let's see what is the final answer you get. And all those were
12.7.
12.7. Very nice. Others may also do it. I'm giving you 1 minute uninterrupted. Please do it quickly. वरना some people will be like, sir, हमें तो टाइम ही नहीं दे रहे हो आप सॉल्व करने के लिए. हाँ ठीक है, you do it. चलो. Good. So I hope others would have done it. So let's go to their file and let's write the cost of finance. For EC, what do we have? EC was 16. So I'm just writing 0.16 over there in main table. Cost of finance for preference was 15.43, so 0.1543. Retained earning will be same as equity, 0.16. Debentures will be, as stated by you guys, 12.7. So it can be written like 0.127. And then there is a loan. Loan ka to formats are clear hai. And in the loan's interest as well, you get the tax benefit. Do not forget that too, right? So interest rate multiplied by 1 minus tax rate. So sir, interest rate is how much? Of the loan, 15 percentage. So 1.5, sorry, 0.15 multiplied by 1 minus tax rate of 0.4. So 0.15 multiplied by 0.6. 15 so 0.09. So cost of finance of loan may be taken as 0.09. Now we are supposed to find the market value. Now sir, how can we find it? Say for the equity, how many total number of equity shares are there? Check it out. Equity capital is recorded at 15 crores, right? And each share is valued at 10 rupee to record it. So there will be 1.5 crores shares, right? 15 crores divided by 10. And 1.5 crore shares are there in number. I'm writing it over here. And each one has got the market value of 40 rupees. So 1.5 crores multiplied by 40. So you get the market value of the equity shares. So what do we get? I guess 1.5 of 40 would be 60 crores, right? So let me just write it 60 crores over there. मिंडे में गलती नहीं करना है, otherwise आपको मिंडा मिल सकता है. Friends, the market value of the retained earning will always be zero because we assume that the retained earnings are included in the market value of equity, because equity is traded inclusive of all the factors forming a part of net worth of a company. That is the basic fundamental assumption we take. Let's find the market value of the PC. Priyanka Chopra की नहीं, इसकी preference share की. How many number of shares are there? Total capital is 1 crore, right? And each share is of 100 rupee. So 1 crore divided by 100. So that comes 1 lakh. So 1 lakh number of shares are there. And each preference shares is right now selling at 75 rupees in the market. So 1 lakh multiplied by this 75. So you get 75 lakhs. I hope you are getting my point. So market value of preference capital will be 75 lakhs. Debentures. Debentures are recorded at 10 crores and each one is costing 100 rupees for the purpose of record. So that means there will be how many number of debentures? 10 lakhs. And you multiply that 10 lakhs with the current market price of debenture, which is 80. So 10 lakhs multiplied by 80, you get 8 crores, right? So debentures will be recorded at 8 crores. And then we have got the term loan. उसका कोई market value नहीं होता भैया. आपने देखा है लोन बेचते हैं, चलो हम लोन बेचते हैं, लोन बेचते हैं, ऐसा कोई बेचता नहीं, उसका market value नहीं होता. So we get 12 crore 50 lakhs. Loan will be taken as it is because loans are not traded, obviously. There is one concept of debt securitization through which the loans can also be traded. People can invest in the loans and advances given by some banks through a special purpose vehicle. That is altogether a different matter. We'll see that later on. Let's do the total of this MV, market values. Now here in this case, MV stands for the market value. वो भी बच्चे confuse होने लगे. वहाँ पे maturity, यहाँ पे market. Let me write it. What's the total of market values, guys? 60 અને 8 68 68 અને 12 80 80 50 અને 75 એટલે 81 25. Are you all getting the same answer? Just cross verify that.
Yes, sir.
Good. So let's find the weight now. 60 divided by 81.25. Let's remove this 0.0 in the calculation, so that you won't have to type this many things. Consider that as 60 and consider this one as 81.25. So 60 divided by 81.25, or you may just do the calculations with this many zeros as well. Then also it's fine. What do we get as a weight there?
0.739.
0.739. Okay, 75 lakhs. So you will be writing 0.75 divided by 81.25. ये 1 crore.
0.09.
Good. 0.09. बस इतना ही.
Yes, sir.
ओके, तो रिटर्न अर्निंग का तो कुछ होगा ही नहीं. देन 8 divided by 81.25.
0.098.
0.098. ए नहीं, थोड़ा सा देखो इसमें से 0.75 और डिवाइडेड बाय 81.25 क्या आ रहा है?
Sir, 0092 in second.
हाँ हाँ एग्जैक्टली. कोई बात नहीं, मिस्टेक्स तो होती है, करनी ही चाहिए मिस्टेक्स. तो मिस्टेक्स नहीं करोगे तो कैसे लर्न करोगे? 0.009. 12.5 divided by 81.25.
0.154.
0.154. So the total of these weights should come 1. Now you people are aware what we are supposed to do. Cost of finance must be multiplied by with the weight. So you get the equivalent cost. Answer up to 4 digits after decimal, please. Point.
Point 11824.
0.11824. Next one. 0.1543 multiplied by 0.009.
0.00138.
00138. Good. Next one will be taken as nil. 0.127 multiplied by 0.098.
0.0125.
0.0125. And the last one.
0.01386.
1386. Good. So let's do the total of this 4. So we get the WACC by using the market value proportions. What do we get as a WACC?
0.1459.
Sir, sorry.
हाँ किधर अटके, क्या हुआ? हाँ सॉरी किसके लिए बोला ऊर्जा?
सर लास्ट वन में ना 1.386 आएगा.
है 1 point
0.01386.
अरे नहीं भैया, कैसे करोगे? देखो 12.5 डिवाइडेड बाय 81.25, तो आपका कितना आया वेट?
आज सर 0.1386 से आएगा क्योंकि मैंने ना 0.9 कर दिया था इसलिए।
हाँ राइट, ठीक है। तो एक बार मिस्टेक की बोली लड़की ने, बाद फिर से मिस्टेक 0.09 फिर से लिखा, बोलो।
सॉरी सर, सॉरी सर, सॉरी।
Okay, what do we get over there? WSCC
14.593.
14.593. Good. So that we have got WSCC by using the market value proportions. Now let's go to part number 2 by using the book value proportions. Now almost 80% of the things are done, so we'll have to just prepare that format and accordingly we'll do the calculations. Part 2, WSCC by book value weights. Formats will remain same as it is. Serial number, source of finance, cost of finance. Instead of market value, it will be BV. BV matlab book value. Then we got the weight. And then you have the cost of equivalent cost, sorry. When you have got the BV, you don't have any market value now. So BV or market value, both are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sources of finance would be equity, so EC, EC के बाद PC, PC के बाद RE, then we have debentures, and then we have loans. Cost of finance will also be taken same as it is, whatever we have found in the first one. So no need to do this calculations again. Some people will be like, मैं तो फिर से cost of equity find करूँगा. नहीं ज़रूरत है, बुड़बक बैठ जा. Let's just copy whatever we have got that time. 0.16. PC will be 0.1543. अच्छा, कोई बताएगा मेरे को? ये बहुत स्क्रॉल करना पड़ रहा है यार. Retained earnings cost will be taken as 0.16 only, same as equity. डिबेंचर का कितना आया था?
1277.
1277. Good. And the loans was
0.09.
0.09. Good. Now book values will be taken as whatever the values at which we have recorded in our balance sheet, you know. So as per the financial statements, the details are given to us right in the question. So that will be considered as my book values. So equity capital will be recorded at straight away at 15 crores. देखो एक्सेल छाना है और हमें इतनी मेहनत करनी पड़ रही है, तो हम डेढ़ छाने हैं. मैं इसको कॉपी करके यहाँ पे नीचे पेस्ट कर देता हूँ तो मेरे को स्क्रॉल ना करना पड़े. उनको लगेगा कि मेरे से मेहनत करवाएगा है. मैं नहीं करने वाला हूँ. We get preference 15 crores of book value over here. Then 1 crore of book value of preference. Hey, not 1 crore. 1 crore only, sorry. And then we get retained earnings. Now, book value of retained earnings will be taken. Market value is considered as a part of the market price of equity. But book value of retained earnings is always taken, whatever you have recorded with. So 20 crores will be recorded. Do not forget that. That is the only difference you have in this two. Rest everything will remain same. Then you got the debentures. So that's 10 crores. मिंडे में गलती नहीं करनी है. 8 मिंडे आते हैं इसमें. And the term loans are 12 crores 50 lakhs. So let's do the total of all the BVs. मतलब the book values. 20 और 10 30. 30 और 15 45. 45 और 57 50 और 57 50 में 1 करोड़ ऐड. So 5850. Are we all getting the same answers? Just check it out.
Yes, sir.
Good. Let's find the weight of BV now. 15 divided by 58.50.
0.2564.
0.2564. Okay, 1 divided by 58.5.
0.0171.
171. 20 divided by 58.5.
0.3418.
Good. 10 divided by 5.5. 58.5, sorry.
0.1709.
Good. And the last one, 12.5 divided by 58.5.
0.2137.
Good. So the total of all five will be 1. Now the equivalent cost, ये तो हलवा है, क्या है? हलवा. Just multiply the weight with the cost of finance. So you get the equivalent cost. Well, so it's 1042. Now that I can keep up to you, right? So equivalent cost का जैसे ही total आ जाए, तो आपको उसकी weighted average cost of capital find करनी है as per the book value proportions. So just add up all the equivalent costs so you get some WACC there. Well, that's it for my side. From my side for this lecture, one more lecture will be there of the financial management that will be taken at 11:50, where you have got the session. So see you all at 11:50 session. Very important aspect of leverage will be discussed in that. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. That will be a very important session from the perspective of the examination too, because whatever we are doing till today may be asked in the examination. Please put your enrollment number as a mark of your attendance. That's it from my side. Bye. Take care. Sayonara. See you all at 11:50 again, all of you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
सर, मार्केट वैल्यू में हम लोग ये रिटेन अर्निंग्स का कॉस्ट है वो नहीं लेते, वो ऐसे ही एज्यूम करते हैं कि वो इक्विटी शेयर्स में काउंट हो जाता है, तो अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट नहीं लगेगी अगर मैंने वही पैसा, अगर मेरे को वो मिल गया होता, मैंने कहीं और लगाया होता, तो मैं उससे ज्यादा अर्न कर सकती थी.
Value of equity, the value of retained earnings is included when it comes to market value. You won't have to find the market value of retained earnings at all. There are reasons behind it, because your shares are traded at your net worth. Your shares are traded by considering how much net worth, book value per share you have got, and the book value per share also includes the reserves and surpluses, because the face value is not the only thing that shareholders will get, right? Say if everything gets dissolved today, if everyone gets their money back today, then whatever the retained earnings are there, who has got the ultimate right to get that retained earnings? Equity shareholders, because rest everyone has got the fixed obligation. Preference shares will be redeemed at their particular price. Debentures will be redeemed at their particular price. All the loans and borrowings would be paid at the fixed obligation price. Only equity will get over and above their claim. So all the retained reserves and surpluses you have gathered now will be distributed to the equity. So that's why market price of equity includes the reserves and surpluses. That's why in the book value proportions, we take the market value of retained earnings as 0, and equity will be considered as the inclusive of retained earnings. Is it clear?
Okay, sir. That's the reason why we taking the cost of equity same as cost of retained earnings too.
Absolutely, that is also a reason behind it.
Okay, okay. Now I got it.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you.